very, very talented individual. But now, tonight, we have a feature. He has many names. He told me I could run through all of them, and I would if I could remember them all, but I can't. But I know that he goes by Rayshawn. I know that he goes by Scope Vision. I believe he said Scope Vision was the company. And he's Rayshawn. He goes by Scope Kid. He's got a lot of names, and it makes sense because he has a lot of different talents. As I said earlier, he is an artist. This is his work right here, Scope Vision. You can, his social media at Scope Vision 421. This is all his work. The jewelry, he made that. I just saw, as I said, online the other day, he's reupholstering car seats, ATV seats. He's the videographer. All of this that's going on right now, the sound, this is all him, the engineering. Out there in Eden, when we went out there to his event the first night that I met him, he has a setup out there where he allows young guys to come out and sharpen their chops, to get their first experiences on stage, to work on their stage presence, to break them as artists. He has vendors out there. He has a jewelry case in there. He's got stuff that he's selling in there, all kinds of merch. This young man is a jack of all trades and master of many from what I can see. But the one thing that I know that he has mastered is this spoken word game. So Rashawn, Scope Vision, Scope Kid.
Would you believe me if I told you I'd do anything just to live my dreams? Clever lines, so listen closely, because everything that you hear isn't always what it seems. Chasing a career that consists of the triple beam. No reference to a scale. I'm speaking about a career with a great foundation. Triple beamed. The balance of life will have us in a tough situation. Make us have to do what we had to do, so I did what I did. I can't front like I was inspired as a little kid, cause back then, I ain't even look up to them niggas that did. See, I was of some age. Some say when I started, I was making a bad choice, but to me, I had no choice. Judging me when your name was not on that Duke Power late invoice. So to me, y'all ain't even have a voice. I want out here flipping and flossing with my boys out, just trying to find a solution for my situation. Yeah, let's tassel at graduation. I hustle with intelligence. That's how I stayed away from interrogation. Yeah, I played it smart in these streets. See, I won't gonna be no statistic. So I did my math. I learned my geographics, so I made my own path. See, I didn't mess with anything that required chemistry because I learned from past history. I mastered economics, so if we talking about wealth, ain't nobody out here messing with me. See, God has truly blessed me. See, I'm still looking at zeros that I made in 1-3 Benzes and big Rams. See, that overcompensation does not excite me. I prefer loud pipes while riding on rallies. See, this gator in this caddy got me sitting comfortably. See, I am a CEO. Gosh, man. Cause ain't nobody out here working harder than me. Late night at the shop creating something that is out of this galaxy. Then I stuffed that in a Ford Galaxy. Working while y'all sleeping, so don't be mad at me when my dreams turn into reality. See, long stroke to them niggas that doubted me. I should be thanking y'all cause they was my motivation. Now it's early flights in the morning. That's what I call first in aviation. I'm a Carolina boy. See, I'm here to put Draper City on the navigation. And I'm taking off for sure. Cause I got first in flight, gliding with me. If I could tell y'all one thing, if you got a dream, you better chase it. Because at the end of the day, if you don't, somebody else will. You don't know what God has for y'all. You don't know what God has for me. So if you got a dream, chase it. I said.
Oh. I like, talking to y'all like this, I like being able to speak. I like to be able to tell my stories. I love it. I love it. And I feel like God is really giving me a story to tell. So, for y'all that don't know me, a lot of y'all don't, there's a lot of new faces, and a lot of people that I've seen over time, and it's good to see them in person, like my man right here with the camera. Shout out to my brother there. So I'm gonna introduce y'all. My name is Rashawn Wilson. I was about to give y'all my government, but y'all might write it down. Picked up the name Scope, added Vision, added the Kid, because I'm still a kid at heart. I goof. I'm not an official comedian, but I like to make people laugh. I like to make people smile. And, I added the Kid. So, Scope Kid, and that's SK, the poet. And in middle school,
I was a reject because class and homework was something that I refused to neglect. See, wow, I use sports. This is real deep, y'all. I'm about to tell y'all my life. I use sports as an outlet, and that's how I earn my respect.
failure was a title that I could not accept. High school, perfect attendance. Yes, I went through 4 years of high school, and I never missed a day. Senior year, 3-letter varsity, part-time job, so I would often find myself tired. So I would literally dream through class, but I woke up to a 3.8 GPA, National Honor Society. But I went to college, and I lost my way. But through favor, yes favor, trouble never flew my way. I used to be in them clubs from Thursday to Sunday. 508, Atlantis, Minaj, APs up in there talking about Draper City all day. I got into one scuffle, well, it was more like his push, followed by my punch, because when Cat got up, he turned his focus the other way. Few years passed, I started getting a little money and some chicks. And the cats around the way, they started to hate, praying upon the day they could send me to that pearly gate. Like I said, to, not through. Because at that point in my life, I don't think I could have made it through. So there I was, 22 for 22, trying to protect my 24s while taking care of an ex-chick who claimed she's at we gay. Which gave me an excuse to continue to break down at 28. But the crazy thing about this whole situation was, that never was really a due date. So there I was, drinking away the hate, drinking and driving, trying to tempt fate, waking up in my driveway a quarter to 8, opening up the door to the food I just ate. My God. But every dog has his day. Mine just so happened to come 7-11. I was on my bike, I was on my way to work, and a car pulled out just say for work that night. I wasn't present. But thank God, yes God, I didn't get that early trip to heaven. My life. Now you say you want to get to me? Interview. But I feel like I went through all of that for a reason. Because I feel like God left me here for a reason. I feel like I'm the one sent to save this generation. Sense of inspiration with a nation ruled with backwards agenda. See, politicians are politicking on ways to rewrite the budget to finance their new pools. Misguided rules to fill their unnecessary legal slave camps. I'm sorry. I meant county jails, but steadily closing good schools. See, teachers are overworked but underpaid, pushing handouts with the motto, I'm only going over this once. So listen up. See, not enough time to answer Kim and Tommy's questions, so little Tommy's answer key goes left empty because his classroom is what? over food. Passed through school with no understanding of school, so little Tommy drops out, but he knows a lot about gang banging and selling drugs because that's that art that he listens to. Thinking that's his only option, so that's what he opts to. But he sees his mother struggling. He wants to turn $1 into $2. But nobody said drug dealing wasn't profitable. But I say stay away from it if possible, because sooner or later them boys will start watching, them jackets will start plotting, attention slipping, black magic light flash as the tool flash, leaving your body laid in a blood pool. So I say, do not be that fool. Trying to imitate the lifestyle because you're thinking it's cool, but little do you know the judicial system taking light on the artists that's in the limelight because they the ones that influence you. Think about it now. The only ones that are retiring off of drug sales are the boys in blue.
I see.
I had to get that off while I was
Amen, man.
Look here, I was powerful. You got it. We ain't gonna use the microphone. So, as I told y'all, he's dope. Give it up for him for his first time. So this man is very talented. So one thing I do want to ask you about is the event that I went to out there in Eden that I still have dead bugs on my windshield from. Because if any of y'all ever been to Eden, it is deep in the country. But as we get to the, as I pulled down the country road and I got to the little downtown part, I feel like every young person in Eden was at his spot. All of them, right? They were all doing their thing. It was like a safe space, right? You had young rappers, you had young spoken word artists. Most of that night, I think mostly everybody was a rapper, or whatever. He had a food vendor in the back. I mean, the event was dope, right? It just reminded you of the movie 8 Mile, you know, the house. but it wasn't battle though. You know what I mean? It was just cats getting up there spitting, doing their thing. Right. You see, he got the dreads. He was definitely Makai Pfeiffer, right?
Boy, his wig game was off on that dog. Oh, God!
But now my question to you is, that event, tell me about that event. What is that for? What is the origin of it? Why do you do that? How often do you do it? Talk to me about it.
The Vibe Session open mic is pretty much a vibe. That's pretty much what we wanted to set with the tempo coming from the Art Fest After Dark. And it's just a vibe. I mean, you can come as you are. You can come and do as you please. And feel free about it because you are the vibe. So we all having a session. And it's basically to strengthen artists to, you know what I'm saying, have that confidence to come out here. And, got a question?
Yeah, I want you to finish that.
Okay. All right. So, you know, it's a straight vibe, man. And, you know, our first vibe session, we had people coming out with guitars and, you know, it was phenomenal. We had kids in there performing with their parents. We had, you know, it was a vibe. It was a vibe. So, it's just a thing for kids to come out. Not only kids, but everybody, adults. My mom, she came to a event when we did the book release, and she performed her first piece in 60-something years. So that was beautiful. That was me.
Whew, that was beautiful. That was mad beautiful. So it's a vibe. It's a vibe.
And one thing, I'm going to take a question real quick. I just want to tell y'all this also. Now, I've been to a lot of places with, because at one time I thought it was going to be the next Big Daddy Kane, right? It didn't work out because I'm here. But.
Right, you made it then.
Right. But I've been to a lot of places that are full of rappers, especially young rappers, cats that are trying it. And almost every one of those events that I used to go to returned to some type of fight, right? Some type of violence, shooting or knuckling up or whatever was happening. But at his event, it just had the vibe like there was so much respect for him and what he was doing that there was not going to be any violence, right? It was very comfortable. I felt very comfortable there. right? And that just shows the level of respect that he gets in his community. And I would probably say that that's because of the level of respect that he gives to his community. Come on, you had a question.
I have a question for myself and any poet who's looking like they're online right now. That was an amazing performance, amazing. Your delivery, how long did it take you to work on your delivery, and what are some of the methods you use with learning your delivery?
Oh wow,
That's an excellent question.
I like that. I'm gonna talk like this.
I'm trying to preserve my voice, so I started back in 2015. I wrote I like, when you in high school, of course you write a whole bunch of stuff that rhymes and kind of don't mean nothing. So I wrote this poem. My first meaningful poem was about a female. Of course, it wasn't good because, we're supposed to write down our pain, and that's how I wrote down my pain. It was called Heartless. So that was actually the first poem that I ever performed. It was at an art festival that we had in Eaton back in 2000. Actually, it was 2014. 2014, that was the first time I performed it. And but I used to have paper. So in 2015, that's when I started incorporating it into my memory. And I met this dope poet, actually the same day I met my wife, and his name is R.L., the gifted one. Are y'all familiar with R.L.? Yeah. Oh yeah, give me R.L. That's what I'm talking about. Shout out R.L. And I wanted to perform Heartless, and I just couldn't get past the first 4 words. So, he kept on saying, you got it, you got it. And at that time, I'm a perfectionist. I ain't gonna lie to you. I like detail. I like being good at what I do because my dad always incorporated in my mind, if you're gonna do it right. So I'm messing up, like messing up, like. So he was like, you can do it. And I went and looked at the paper and I killed it after that. Like, just as far as memory wise, it wasn't delivery wise, it was memory wise. And then I work a 12-hour job too. So I'm sitting there for 12 hours performing my life, like 12 hours. So that's what, just practice, like just practice and record it. And I do record, and I'll make some tunes.
Yeah, I make some tunes and everything. So
What don't you do?
Don't cook. I got this ring. Yeah. But that was good. That was real good. Yeah. I used to grill. I used to have cookouts, and used to invite like a whole bunch of people over. It just got random, so yeah, I kind of stopped. You know what I mean? Just people just popping up. I'm like, man, who is you? And I just didn't like that in my home environment. So I was actually the last time I really cooked. Well, I did cook something, yeah, but I don't really cook. So I mean, I know I could. I could. Yeah.
Right.
Thank you.
Great poem.
Thank you.
So, all night I've been singing your praises, telling people how talented you are. But I do have a piece of shade for you.
Oh yeah, what you
Something
got? I like
just
to
said.
hear it. I like to hear
Something
it.
you just said. You just said you was in high school
Mhm.
in 2015.
No.
That's not what you said?
Uh-uh.
Oh, okay. I thought you said you wrote your first poem in 2015 while you was in high school.
Oh, no. In high school, it was pointless.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was like.
Never mind, no shade.
It was like.
Hey, look, I was about to say in 2015. Talk about high school.
Back then, I would recite what I heard. You get what I'm saying? Like, it was like an imaginary. I don't like fabrications. Like, hypotheticals is good, but I don't like speaking on because I can't really speak the way I want to on a hypothetical because it's a hypothetical. Like, when people talk about, man, I want to shoot you if you do this, you don't know what you're going to do. You get what I'm saying? So, I wrote one rhyme where I said, if a nigga run up, then supersonic with the 40. Like Sean Kemp, supersonic with the 40. That's the only time I ever wrote something like that. And I wrote that, I was like, and when I hear it back now, I'm like, yo, that's a hypothetical. Like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I ain't got a 40, I got 9, so that was actually a fabrication, you know what I mean? So, I couldn't think of anything around Kemp, so, that was supersonic. Yeah, see, I was gonna buy me a 40, but the nines. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
It's a shortage on 9.
You say shortage now?
On 9.
That's why I bought the 9, so it would be a shortage. God. Good thing I stocked up a little bit.
Right. All right. So we're gonna stop talking about guns, bullets, and all that before we have a baby boy moment. Start talking about guns and butter, right? We're not doing that.
Yeah, I'm a country boy.
Yeah, they are cheaper, but they hard to find them.
Yeah, I'm a country boy.
So I'm going to get out the way because I know you're tired of hearing me, and I'm gonna let this man continue his set. I just wanted to give him a chance to give you all the information. So I'm gonna come back up here at about the third piece.
Okay, cool.
All right. Give it up.
Right.
Now, if y'all didn't know, I don't sell dope, I sell hope now. And I actually got a brand, we didn't bring any t-shirts, so if you would like I sell hope, it's got dope up under it, but it's got the H over top of the D. So if y'all like a t-shirt, we got t-shirts at the store. I'm gonna do a shameless plug. He said I'm from Eden, me and my wife, she's actually from Danville. We actually opened up a art complex downtown Eden, and it's my old community. Like, my old community is my new community. I've been there all my life, like all these years. You know, I'm only 21. 21 years is young, but you know, my 30-some years here, I've been in Draper and cruising down the streets on my 6'4". You know, it was a huffy at the time, but you know, I always wanted to be vital to my community. So God has truly blessed me to. I mean, when I say God works, He works, and you know, it's not in our speed. That's the crazy thing about it, because He is so random. I mean, He is so random but so good. I ain't gonna preach up here because I'm not a preacher, but anyway, I wanted to be a part of my hood. So when I tell you, who am I to tell you what not to do? See, that would make me a hypocrite. See, I've done some things in my past and I ain't proud of it, but those things made me who I am, so I acknowledge it. See, I could have got locked up and knocked off for a pilot. Realized the things that I was doing wasn't benefiting my life journey, so I had to quit. I turned legit. I completed my first job, and my product was fire. So from that, you can say a passion was lit. I was no longer running in place, but my friends started to slim fast. So needless to say, my circle got fit. I started my business in the hood, so that would define being hood rich. See, I'm killing the competition, leaving bodies in the ditch, because when I was coming up, I humbly asked for a hand, and
you ain't even reached for it. Now God is blessing me now, and they want me to slow down, but I'm not taking my foot off the gas, not 1 inch. See, I should worry about if this was meant to be. Now, a few years in the game, now this boy is confident, A-Freight economics. I learned the pros and cons of paying rent. At 21, I signed my first deed, and now I own it. Bought a second one on the same street. So it's safe to say, I literally own my block. God laid the foundation, gave me the building blocks to a great future. The devil tried to throw stones, but all I did was catch them, grind them up, and mix them into the mortar. See, I'm looking at a bigger picture now, and they say I couldn't get past the border. See, I grew up with a great mother and a great father, and they instilled in me, if that man's working hard, then you work harder. I get high off of self-preservation. I inject my veins with greatness. I fill my lungs with success. It's like pain in my chest. Deadlines approaching, overwhelmed with stress. Because it's been over 48 hours since I last slept. See, my mother's telling me that I should rest. But the only thing I can think about is success. See, my pure motivation is to be better than the next. Scope Vision's worth ethic. It's going to have us at the top with the best. I said.
Like I said, Who can I be the one to tell you what not to do? That is deep. So don't let nobody tell you what you can't do. Because if that person can do it, you can too. Oh, that's a bar, yo. I might write a children's book off of that one.
See, my metaphorical display is untouchable. You need a stylist, you see. Growing up with parents from the country, keeping up with them Joneses wasn't a priority, so I had to style for less, but I was not styleless. You see, I created what was fresh in my own mind, and I watched the majority, follow behind. Trendsetter. I thank God for blessing me to have this great mind, to have a great historical rewind, because the things that I was taught back then plays a valuable part in my life today. So I put a stop to the BS and I took my life off a pause. I watched my success fast forward. So instead of being a commercial for the product of my environment, see, I became a movie for early retirement. See, bump that living paycheck to paycheck, just trying to survive. Lord willing, I'm retired at the age of 35. See, they say it's unbelievable. You know, they say it's not retrievable. But my mental engine runs off of premium octane. They say I'm gassed up, cocky, because I'm taking the right steps up like Rocky. I'm on a fast track to success, and them boys in blue, they no longer can clock me. It's Christmas. See, I got a gift from God. God gave me this. I can't claim none of it. I got a gift from God, Scope, Vision, Customs. See, the name ring bells, so that what made me the true definition of a Wingstop. All my wealth come through God. With God, I got endless stacks. What's an aha? See, I'm a simple man. My dream car's a 68 Camaro or a 74 IROC. Next week you might catch me riding down 29 in a custom Camino T-top. I invest in weed. I stop. Secret society. See, I walk in a room full of stoners. Only 9 members sitting at the round table shared by the percent, asking us to represent. But I'ma keep it G. I could have been shining on you boys because I'm dope. Yeah. So dope you can roll me up and put me in the air. See, my eyes are bloodshot, yeah. But my thoughts are clear. Running off of fumes just to fuel my career. We dope. Yeah. So dope you can roll us up and put us in the air. See, our eyes are bloodshot, yeah. But our thoughts are clear. Running off of fumes just to fuel our careers. We dope, y'all.
We dope.
I feel your pain, man. I feel you. Well, I'm out there too, run off like 2 hours sleep, man. Running off of fumes just to fuel my careers. We dope. Now,